when the unbeaten Hoosiers host Washington. I know, Coach, it sounds weird to say the unbeaten Hoosiers, right? And also, like, you've been in this place numerous times. You were 7-0 against Indiana. It's not normally like this.
Yeah, they've had some good coaches, though. You know, Kevin Wilson had it rolling a little bit, and then it's hard to sustain here. And this is the first time they've been 7-0. I've never understood, I called it in the pregame, the enigma of the Big Ten. How is this the losingest program in the Big Ten? It's a great school, student body. There's obviously a good basketball program. There's obviously a life, and I've never seen the stadium like this ever. I've seen it filled, but it's mostly Buckeye fans around here.
Right.
The fans came out.
A different red.
They were here, and they supported their team.
And we felt that energy on Big Noon Kickoff, right? We had John Mellencamp out there. Yeah. We had a tremendous crowd. So Big Noon's here. They're live on Fox. Some high-level recruits are in town, and then they come in and they just pulverize Nebraska. Big picture, what does this mean for this Indiana
This was
program?
their true test.
Right.
I mean, now they get into the meat of the schedule, but the reality is this was their first true test, and they passed with flying colors. Think about this, folks. 7-0, they've never trailed. The entire season, they've never trailed. They get off to a fast start. They don't look back. They were clicking on all three cylinders. The only concern is Curtis Rourke and that thumb. We saw him in the first half, obviously. Didn't see him in the second half. The saving grace is Taven Jackson came in, was efficient, played well, threw a couple of touchdown passes, is athletic, can move. So if that is a concern, yes, inexperienced, but this is a young man who was highly recruited, very talented, went to Tennessee, has now transferred to Indiana. And if Curtis Rourke will be out for a period of time, I think Taven Jackson can get the job done as well.
You know, we're here, obviously, and so I went over to the sideline in that first half because after watching them play, I said, I want to see physically, I want to stand next to the linemen, and I did. I grabbed their strength coach, and he came with Coach Cignetti from James Madison, and he told me all about their program, their off-season, about they want lean, fast players. This is not a fluke. This is a really, really good team. And, Matt, there's a chance they're going to be favored up until the Ohio State game. We're going to say the word playoff here in a second for the Indiana Hoosiers. Take a deep breath.
That's realistic.
Possible playoff team here in Bloomington.
You talked about the pregame, but when sometimes you watch teams on film, you're like, I'm over it, I'm going to pass. Yeah. This is a team that you just kind of get enamored with the way they're built, the way they play. You talked about the edge and the chip on their shoulder in the pregame show, and then you watch them. It's just like it's hard not to root for them. The defense was absolutely dominant. How would they slow down Dylan Route? They were all over him today. 7 tackles for loss, 5 turnovers, 2 sacks. And then offensively, Curtis Rourke is just playing, I know the injury, but he's playing at the highest level of any quarterback we've seen, processing, doesn't make mistakes. And then you talk about the energy of this place. It's because their head coach. I mean, this guy is nuts. He's wild. He's exciting. He believes in his team. The team believes in him, too. And it's fun. I mean, you look at the schedule, Mark. I mean, besides Ohio State, they could be 11-1.
Yep.
So
you say this guy.
Is he coming?
That guy's right behind you.
Yeah.
Coach Cignetti is walking
there
on
he is.
Yeah, he's just going to walk his way right on up to the set. Let's bring him in there. Coach Curt Cignetti.
Hey, how you doing? Long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Congrats, Coach.
What's up, Coach? My guy.
Coach, congrats.
What up?
Big win.
49-point win ties Indiana's largest victory ever over a Big Ten opponent. Coach, you just came in from the locker room. What was the tone? How did you address your team after this emphatic win?
Well, I mean, obviously there's good excitement. But to put it in perspective, and we got to be smart tonight. And when they wake up in the morning, they know what Sunday is and Monday and Tuesday. And they're nobody different than who they were when they woke up this morning, right? Because, you know, it's a competitive football game. And then we made some pivotal plays and we kind of broke their will, right? Yeah. So, you know, we're not the 76 Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what? But we are still 7-0 and haven't trailed yet.
Lean into it, Coach. Lean into
That
it.
must feel pretty good, too.
Hey, Coach, man, you recruited me. We spent time together at Bama. I just want to say I'm proud of you. It's good to see you doing great things, but I do got a beef to pick with you, man. You told your boy Brady that you whipped me in ping pong, man.
Mark said he lied.
I need the story, man.
I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I just figured I won.
I don't know, man.
That's all he does is win.
Hey, we got to run that thing back just for the. You feel me? Because I'm really like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you beat me, but
You probably won.
I told you.
I probably let you win.
Now he's recruiting you.
Right. No, but you said you talked about breaking the will. We always used to preach that at Alabama, man. What some of the things that you took from our time of being at Alabama, those championship teams, the players that we had? What are some of those things that you learned that you took with you as being a head coach, being a winner?
Well, you know, I'm the son of a coach. My dad's in College Football Hall of Fame, and so there's a lot of him and me. But, with Coach Saban, even after just 1 year, I mean, I had learned so much. And so I was there 4 years with him.
Yeah.
And personality-wise, there may be some similarities. Philosophically, it really made a lot of sense to me. But then you got to tweak it to your personality.
Right,
you
course.
can't be somebody else. You got to be you.
Right.
Right? And you make some mistakes year one, a lot of mistakes. And year two, you're a lot better. And then by 3 and 4, you kind of got it down.
Yep.
But you're either improving or getting worse. You never stay the same.
Right.
So if you ain't striving, you're getting worse.
Right.
And, I'm a little old school, and we preach the things that you've heard them all preach, right? And these guys, with success comes belief and confidence. Yep. And they were pretty physical today. And, they've been okay.
Hey, Coach, I as getting ready for this game, I started really watching you, and I made a comment to these guys. There's times you watch film and you shut it off because it's awful. I couldn't stop watching the videotape. Your staff does the little things right. You don't make mistakes. You take care of the football. You tackle well on defense. I watched your fits, and it's the best blocking perimeter team I've seen this year. Tell us about your staff.
Well, I got a great staff. It's all about people, right? Coaches and players, and you create an environment where they can thrive and have a blueprint. And, I got quite a few guys been with me a long time. I mean, my offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator have been with me 10 and 9 years, and I hired them at the D2 level for $6,000 as part-time coaches. And now they're, coordinators in the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of guys been with me 5, 6, 7 years. I kept Bob Bostad, who's a great line coach. My strength and conditioning guy, Derek Owings, is unbelievable. He's been with me 5 or 6 years. My special teams guy, too. So, we've been together. And, our guys, we got a lot of older guys that have played a lot of good football in their career, right? And what allows you to play good football in your career consistently? Having the right attitude, right? Mm-hmm. Consistency and performance, being able to handle success, failure, being able to stay on the field. We got a lot of those kind of guys on our team.
Coach, in a world of the transfer portal, this team is filled with a lot of transfers and clearly undefeated, playing well as a team. How have you been able to get this team to gel so quickly?
Well, we have a lot of JMU guys and, 5 championships in 5 years, and they were good players. And when I got the job, I never once thought, it happened really fast that they would follow, but right away they're in the portal and listen to them talk. As soon as I talked to the team, like they were coming, I guess, back at JMU. But, these guys, all conference guys had chips on their shoulder. Why wasn't I recruited by Virginia Tech, right? And they could play, but they knew the program, man. Yep. Right kind of guys. The transfers we brought in, right kind of guys, winning programs, production. So I knew we flipped the roster after 3 weeks. And then you could see the culture start to come in winter program, spring ball, summer, good fall. But you got to put it on the field, right? And then the quarterback really started playing well. And, we got rolling, and the schedule is what it is. But, that was a selling point back in December, right? This is what we've done in the past. This is what we've done with quarterbacks, receivers, D linemen. And this is the schedule. Look at this one, this one. This is what we can be.
Right.
And the portal guys, all they're worried about is this year. Right? They want production, they want to play, but they want to win too. Good players want to be coached, and we coach them.
Sure.
All Coach Cignetti has done here at Indiana is win. Google it if you don't believe me, all right? He is 7-0, a tremendous
Never
start.
gonna live that down.
Congratulations. Coach, thank you for joining us live. We really appreciate this homecoming Saturday here in Bloomington.
Appreciate you guys coming to Bloomington, Indiana.
Hey, at this rate, Coach, you might be seeing us a few more times this season now. You might be seeing us a few more times.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.